Hello everyone, welcome back to another English class. Today we are continuing with filling out the medical form. We're going to find about different things and how to express different things that people have using the verb to have. Last lesson we discussed a little bit of it and where I ask you to write some sentences stating what people have and what people does not have. So this is the verb to have. We are going to review this, and then I'm going to ask you these questions and statements, and then we can probably do it together. This is the verb to have, as we discussed last time. When you conjugate, when you make the conjugations, the forms of the verbs are as follow. I have. You have. He has. She has. It has. We have. They have. Again, I have. You have. He has. She has. It has. We have. They have. The only two places in where you use a different form of the verb is in the pronoun he, she, and it. He has. She has. It has. You do not use the form has with I, you, we, or they. It's not grammatically correct. So you can only say I have. You may not say I has. That will be incorrect. You cannot say you has. That will also be incorrect. We has, not correct. They has, not correct. He has, yes, that's correct. She has, that's correct. It has, correct. You may not say it have. She have, or he have. It's incorrect. Now, when you're using the form does, is the only time that he, she, or it, you could use the regular form of the verb, the infinitive form. So let's go over some of these questions together. It's asking you find a student who has allergies. Now, for your case, find not a student, but a family member or someone, a friend that you know that has allergies. In this sentence, is used has because you're talking about one person. Remember, if you're talking about a singular person or a singular thing, he, she, or it, you will use the form has. Find a student, one student, who has. Who has, because it's one student, right? Can be female, can be male. That's one of the reasons that you use the form has. Okay? Who, you know a student, you know a friend, you know a family member that has allergies? Well, I do. So in my sentence right here would be my son has allergies. Now, if I would say my children or my son and daughter, because you have son and daughter, now you have two people here. So you do not use has because has will only be for one person or one thing, right? So here you will change this to my son and daughter have allergies. Okay? Now, if you want to make that sentence negative, you will say, my son and daughter do not have. Let's make this a little bigger. My son and daughter do not have allergies. Okay? Now, if you want to say, you want to talk about one person, Then you will have, let's say you take daughter will be one person. My daughter do not have allergies. So here's my daughter does not have allergies. Notice that if you use have here and you use does, that is correct. Because if you use does, that allows you to keep the verb in its infinitive form, its original form. So what if you say my daughter does not has allergies? That will not be good. That is incorrect. Because if you have does, you cannot have has. Okay? So the correct form will be have. That is correct. My daughter does not have allergies. Okay? Let's try to formulate another sentence. Find a student who often has headaches. Find a member, family member, or find a friend, or you know about a friend that has allergies. I'm sorry, has headaches. Remember headaches? Pain in your head? Headaches? My wife has it. Remember capital. My wife has headaches. Headaches. Has headaches. Okay. My often. Has headaches often. So you're going to add often here. My wife has headaches often. Or you can also say, my wife often has headaches. My wife often has headaches. Or my wife has headaches often. Either way, it's correct. Remember, often means regularly, frequently, with frequency, many times. What's often represent. Now, what if you are referring to more than one person? Let's say my wife and son has headaches. That will not be correct because you're referring to one person, two people, more than one, correct? So that will be two people. And if you're talking about two people, falls in the category of they. So the correct form of that verb will be have. My wife and son have headaches often. Now, what if you want to make that negative? You will say, my wife and son do not have headaches. Okay, so let's go to another sentence. Okay, they're asking you about other sentences here. So let's look at the next question. It says, find a student or a family member or a friend who had a broken arm when he or she was a child. Was in the past tense. Had, past tense. So when you're referring to the past tense, you change this form to this. I had will be past tense of have. You had would be the correct form of that verb. He had. She had. It had, and we had. They had. Notice that there's no changes in any of the forms of this verb when we're referring to the past tense. So if you want to state something like you want to talk about someone in your family or a friend that had a broken arm, you should say, when he was a child, my husband, my friend, my best friend, had a broken arm as a child. If you want to make this plural, my friend, my best, if you want to talk about more than one, my friends had, and there's nothing different here. Nothing different. It continues being had because that happened in the past. There's no difference, okay? If you want to say one friend, my friend had, the same thing. That's correct as well. You don't have to change anything here, okay? My friend if you want to make it negative, did not, had, incorrect. So because you use did right here, you have to change this to have. My friend did not have a broken arm as a child. My friend had a broken arm as a child. Are you getting it? So when you use does or did, you will have to use the infinitive or the regular form of the verb have and not any other conjugation. Let's go and try to do the next one. Find a student who has never been in a hospital or have a family member that has never been in the hospital, or a friend. Well, my cousin has never been in a hospital. Lucky him, huh? Now, if you want to say that he has, you just take this out and say, my cousin has been in a hospital many times. What would be another word for many times? Often. Okay? So that would be to make it a positive, to make it affirmative. But if you want to make it negative form, you say, my cousin has never been in a hospital. Okay? Well, I would like you guys to complete the next one, okay, which will be find a student or family member who doesn't have any health problems. So let's see, next one would be, okay, my aunt doesn't have any medical problems. And that's how you will answer that. I will leave the last one for you to do. Find a student who often has heartburn, okay? And you tell me tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.